How to make Shopify store. So in this video, I'll be guiding you step by step on how to exactly make a Shopify store. So let's start. So one of the first things you're gonna need to do, of course, is create a Shopify account to get started. Now, if you don't have a Shopify account, no worries. You can actually click on the link in the description below to get started, where you'll be able to use Shopify for 3 days for free. And then after that, you'll be able to use Shopify for the next 3 months for $1 of those 3 months. Alright, so once you've created your account using the link in the description below, right, you're gonna have something like this that you're going to be looking at right now. And this is called the Shopify admin dashboard, right? So this is where you'll be able to add orders, you'll be able to add products, you'll be able to make changes to your store of how it looks, right? And so let's get started. So one of the first things you're going to want to do, of course, is add a product to your Shopify store, right? So to do this, once you've logged in, you want to select products here on the left side here. And once you select products, right, you should see this screen right here where you'll be able to have the option to add a product or import. So for this video, we're going to go ahead and add a product. So once we've added a product, right, you're going to want to, once you selected add product, you're going to want to enter a title for that product. So for this, we're just going to call it, man's stainless steel watch. So for this video, we're going to be creating a fake watch store. I'm going to use Sidekick to help with the description here. Beautiful. So there's a nice description. And next, we're going to go ahead and either upload new images for your product, or if you already have images you have already uploaded to Shopify, you can go ahead and select existing images here. So let's go ahead and select existing. And as you see, I already have some images here of the product. So we're just going to go ahead and add these products here. And from here, we're going to add the price. So this could be an expensive watch. So we could just go like with, $299 for now. All right. You can also continue to add compared to price, but because I want this to be a luxury store, I'm not going to add sales or anything like that, right? And then you could continue having settings of how many watch qualities you have. So maybe, since this is an expensive watch, right? Maybe I only have 10. And then you could continue selling out of stock if you want. Now, of course, if I was running this watch store, I would probably not have this just because I'm not sure when I'll have the next in stock, right? And I don't want the customer to be waiting, 1 week, 2 weeks, without any updates. And then you'll be able to customize the shipping packages from here and add the product weight, which you could go ahead and do right now. You want to make sure you have the right product weight and packaging so that the customer is charged correctly when it comes to shipping at checkout. And from here, we're going to just customize the search engine listing. We want this title to be good. This is a good, decent meta description. And the product handle, it's, pretty basic, what we want. And so if you're happy with everything, right, and you're happy with the publishing channels as well, I only want to publish this on my online store. Then we could go ahead and just click again, save. And there we go. We just added our very first product to our Shopify store. So now that you've added a Shopify product to your store, right? The next thing you're going to want to do, of course, is customize your online store. So to do this, you're going to want to select online store on the left here. So just click online store. And so by default, you're probably seeing this as well on your end. You're seeing Horizon right now if you just started with your Shopify account. So this is the default theme that Shopify provides you. Now, if you don't want to use it, you don't have to use it. You can also use AI themes at Shopify, where the AI will create the theme as well for you. Now, I'm not too much of a fan just because it doesn't look too good yet. So I'm a fan more of the Shopify themes that they have here in the theme store. So you can click on Visit Theme Store. And then from here, you could either filter by free or by paid. So if you want to buy, a good looking theme, right? And maybe because you just like the style and it's paid, then you'll be able to see the price as well. And one of the benefits is that you'll be able to quickly review the theme before you even buy a theme. right? So you can click on view demo, and this will allow you to just see how the theme reacts and if it's something that you like to have, right? And so you could just play around with it, see how the product page will look like as well, right? And so yeah, it's just a great option to have before you download any theme to your Shopify store, to your Shopify account. So we're going to go ahead and go back to my themes here, and we're going to just get a free one for this video, and we're going to choose Dwell. So I'm happy with this theme. Try theme. All right, so now it's adding it to my Shopify account, right? And usually this takes a little bit of time. And there we go, we're good to go. All right, so now that so if you added a theme right now, you'll probably notice that now you'll have a new section called draft themes. So what draft themes is where all your themes that you just downloaded will show up here and that are not published. This means that you can make any changes to this theme under draft themes, and it will not affect the main theme, which is right now Horizon, right? So I can make a lot of changes and it will not show up on the main store, which is a benefit if you're working on making some changes, right? But you're not ready to release it out, then you could just go under draft themes to make those changes. So let's go ahead and make changes to the theme right now by going ahead and click edit theme. All right, so now that we're in edit theme, right, this is the theme editor. So it does look a little bit scary maybe when you're first starting, but it's actually very, very easy to get used to. So to make changes to certain sections of the store, right, you can actually just go ahead and if you're seeing right now, it's highlighting which areas currently can make changes if I wanted to. So if I click right now, pull quote, you'll see the option here. I can make all the changes to this section of the theme here, right? I can change the color, right? So let's change it here. Right, I could just have fun with it and just play around with it to see what works and what doesn't work, right? So maybe I like this color, right? Because it looks a lot more elegant for my watch store, all right? And so we're gonna just keep it. Or if I didn't like it, right, I could just delete it as well, right? But we're gonna keep it. Maybe the featured collection section here, right? I can, again, you'll always know which section you're editing because it will show up right here, featured collection. Maybe this one I want to delete, right? And there you go, I just deleted it, right? So let's go ahead and make some changes to this store right now to customize it to maybe look a little bit elegant. Right, first off, I'm going to remove the announcement banners. Usually elegant shop watches don't have this, right? So we're going to just remove it. Remove section. We're going to customize the logo here to show up on the left. We want the menu to also show up on the left. Right. The next thing we're going to do is add a logo. So you could do this by either clicking on logo and click edit theme settings, and you'll be able to see here the default logo option to add one. So we're going to go ahead and select, and I had Sidekick create me one by default, and there we go, it's added. We're going to just click it to make it nice and big. There we go. So the next thing we're going to do, of course, is make changes to this header here. We're going to add an image, and we're going to just add an image from our product page. So select image. Now if you don't have any images, you can also use the explore feature right here to just find images that maybe work for your store as well. Now if you have your own images, that's a bonus, then you could just use those ones. We're going to just use this one right here. Okay. We're going to change this to like best time now. Watches, right? Of course, I would have tell Google Gemini to remove the AI, but of course you do not want to have any AI like logo like that, right? So you just want to make that changes. And then we're going to make some changes to the shop button here, you could click on it, and we're gonna change it from the products and select the product that we want the customer to go to, right? Because we only have one product, we don't want them to go to the product page. It doesn't make sense, right? If I had multiple watches I'm selling, then yes, I would sell it. I would have it as product page so that they can choose. Right, we'll pretend that we have a fancy quote here, right? We're gonna remove this one here. We're gonna remove this section here. We're just making a lot of changes here because I'm only selling one product, so it only makes sense. There we go, remove section. Okay, so now we're gonna add a product option. This one here. So with this, I like the product hotspot because you'll be able to see why I selected it. Okay, so as you see here, you'll get the option to add the product right here. So select, right, and then select here. We select the product here. We're gonna delete this one, and there we go. Right, so now when people click this, they'll be able to be taken to the product page right there, right? And so let's say we're happy with this. We don't really want the newsletter here. There we go. So this looks very nice, very elegant. I will keep just changing some. There we go. Let me see. Okay, so now we added everything, right? And we're happy with it, right? So always make sure you click save. There we go. I guess I was like a little bug right there. All right, so now it's saved, right? But if you noticed, we don't have our product page, we don't have an about us page, we don't have frequently asked questions page, right? So let's go ahead and make those changes right now, because right now, if we made this live, our customers will not be able to really check out the product or anything else about the store, right? They'll have to access the product page, they'll have to click like the shop now, right? Or learn more, right? And that's not really what we want. We also want the option here in the menu to show up, the option for them to click on our product page and get sent to the watch. So let's exit the theme editor. Right, so now that we exit the theme editor, you're gonna see the option for pages under online store. You want to go ahead and select that. So now that you've done that, you should see the option to add page. You want to go ahead and click add page, right? And from here, we're gonna just add the about us, right? And then here you'll be able to add about us info goes here, right? And you want to make sure you have this visible because this will allow you to add it to the main menu. So you click visible. And let's do this one more time for our product page. We need our product page, product or watch, right? And here you don't have to add anything to this, right? Because we already have a product page created in our theme, right? You just want to make sure you click this visible, click save, right? So now you're gonna go back to content here. You're gonna see menu option. You want to select main menu. Now under main menu, right, you want to go ahead and just add the product page that we added. So we're gonna add the watch, right? We want to select, you can either go to all products or again to a single product. Since we're only selling one product, I'm gonna select the single product. And then we can just go about us. And again, select the right page, about us, and save. And there we go, right? We added our 2 more extra pages, right? And you could always reorder this by just clicking on these dots. And there we go. Just make sure you always click save. All right, so if we go back to our online store and we preview this store, we now, as you can see, have 2 more pages in our online store, right? We have our watch page, right, which looks really, really nice, right, and nice and elegant as well, right? I'll make changes, of course, to here if I was going live, and then our About Us page, right? I'll add more information, right? Maybe add more pictures as well here, and then of course our Contact Us, which has our contact information right here. And so again, very simple, easy to do, all within Shopify when you're adding pages to your Shopify store. And so one of the next things, once you've complete editing your store, right, you want to go ahead and just click publish, and this will replace Horizon with now my Dwell one, right? So now this is the main theme that people will see when they arrive to my store. So the next thing in our list, right, is to set up Shopify payments, right? So you can go ahead and click settings on the bottom left. So once you click settings, you'll see the option for payments, right? We're gonna go ahead and set up Shopify payments. So this will allow you to start receiving payments when customers purchase your items at checkout. So to set up Shopify payments, right, you'll see the option here, Shopify payments, and just click complete setup. Right now, if your region does not support Shopify payments, then you will need to use other payment providers for your main payment gateway to start receiving payments, right? And that's something that you'll be able to click by seeing all providers right here. And then you'll also be able to set up additional payment providers. So if you have a PayPal account, right, you'll be able to set up right here as well, and that will give your customers more options on different ways that you could get them to purchase your item as well. So once you set up Shopify payments, right, one of the next things you want to do is set up your shipping and delivery. So let's go ahead and click shipping and delivery. So once you click shipping and delivery, right, you'll see the option here for store default. You want to go ahead and select general profile. And so your general profile is where you'll be able to customize the shipping rates for your Shopify store when you're making it, right? So right now, if you notice, only people from Canada, right, will be able to purchase successfully my items from my Shopify store, right? Because I have the shipping rates set up correctly here, and so that means that, you know, orders over $74, right, will only orders only $75 and up, right, will get it for free, right? The shipping. I can make changes, right, if I wanted to, and remove this if I wanted to by clicking the 3 dots here and either making edit changes here or removing it if I want as well. Now you also have the option here, and if you notice the option here for, let's say, United States or international countries, right, it's saying to start selling in the United States, I have to include the market. So you can go back to the main dashboard here and click markets right here, and we can add it to the US if we wanted to, right? But for this video, I'm not going to add it to the US. But if you're selling in the US or you're planning to sell it in the US because it's a big market, then you want to go ahead and make sure you set this up correctly here, right? So once you've set up your shipping delivery, right, you just want to make sure your shipping rates are set up correctly as well here. Because if the shipping rates are not set up correctly, your customers will not be able to purchase your item, right? So let's pretend that I was, you know, that so you'll get this error right here, right? Add shipping option to add customer checkout for orders, right, to this shipping zone, right? So let's pretend that I'm trying to sell an item, right, to my customers, right? So let's go to my online store, and because I'm viewing this as a Canadian customer, right? If I click shop now, it's gonna show unavailable, even though I have products in stock, right? And so this was a common issue that I always had to assist a lot of Shopify merchants when I used to work at Shopify, right? And again, easy fix, right, is just go to settings, go to shipping delivery, general profile, and just add the shipping, right? We could go ahead and just make it free maybe on orders over 75. Oops, transit time 1 to 2 business days. Oops, here, $75. Done. Okay. There you go. Oops. Okay, There we go. Right, so now we could do this where it's, every order over $75 will be free shipping. Right, super simple. And now if we click save, you saw the error is gone now. Right, if we refresh this page, there we go, it's fixed. Right, and so that's something that you'll want to just make sure you set up when you're setting up your shipping and delivery settings and your shipping rates in your Shopify store. The next thing you're going to want to do, of course, is go to domains. Right, you don't really want to use your default Shopify domain because it doesn't look really professional on your Shopify store. Right, so you can either connect an existing domain or buy a new domain within Shopify. One of the benefits is that it will do the connection for you automatically. But of course, if you don't have a domain and you want to not spend too much money on the domain for the first year because you're setting up your Shopify store, right, you might be want to use hosting, or I'll have the link for them in the description below. Right, and you could get a cheaper domains with them. So like you could get .com for like almost for free for the first year, right, and then they will renew for $20 a year after that. Or like a store, any domain will cost you almost $1, right, and then from there it will renew for $55, sorry, every year after that. Right, so again, I'll have the link for this in the description below if you guys want to just get like cheaper domains from hosting instead of having to pay a little bit more for the first year on Shopify. Right, all right, and so that's pretty much it on starting a Shopify store. Right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, right, you could comment down below and I'll be happy to help you out. Peace.